So peep it, y'all. Snoop had this viral rant that he went on a couple years ago at some kind of something con. It wasn't Comic Con, of course, but Tech Con, Business Entrepreneur Con, something like that. I don't know. Hell, I wonder if they have Con, where all the con artists, scamming ass motherfuckers get together and bounce ideas off each other and share info on how they're robbing motherfuckers on some scammery, man. I hate those rat bastards. Be careful, everyone. They're getting extra sophisticated with it. Real talk. Maybe that'll be another video. Anyone, let me know if you've been scammed before. But anyways, this rant has come back up with this viral news story that Snoop is beefing with a major streaming platform.
It's exciting, but streaming gotta get their shit together. Cause I don't understand how the fuck you get paid off of that shit. Can somebody explain to me how you can get 1 billion streams and not get $1 million? Like, that shit don't make sense to me. Like, I don't know who the fuck running the streaming industry, if you in here or not. But nigga, you need to give us some information on how the fuck to track this money down. Cause 1 + 1 ain't adding up to 2. That shit don't add up, and I have to say it. Because that's the main gripe with a lot of us artists, is that we do major numbers with streams and this shit, but it don't add up to the money. Like, where the fuck is the money? When I first came out, my records would sell based off of physical. If you sold 1 million copies, that means if $9.99, $9 million, you get this percentage, that's what it is. So if I sell how many streams, how much money do I get? It's not being translated, and it's not working for the artist right now. And I just want to speak to that in the music industry. Like, that's fucked up. And we need to find a way to figure that out. The same way the writers are figuring out. The writers are striking because streaming, they can't get paid. Because when it's on the platform, it's not like in the box office. In the box office, if it does all these numbers, you may get it up. Oh, it did. Here's another check. But on streaming, you got 300,000 hours that somebody watched your movie. Where's the money? And I know I'm going off a script right now, but fuck it. This is business. Yeah. This is business. You know what I'm saying? This is a room full of business people, and somebody may hear this and be able to do something about it, so that way the next artist don't have to struggle or cry or try to figure out how to get to his money. Because some of these artists are streaming millions and millions and millions and millions of fucking streams, and they don't got no millions of dollars in their pocket. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Talk that talk.
Well, another thing these writers are striking about is AI and the use of AI by the studios to write scripts, let's say.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Drake and The Weeknd. We recently saw, an AI version of a collaboration between those two. Of course, Snoop, dying to know your thoughts on this.
Well, I got a motherfucking AI right now that they done made for me. This nigga can talk to me. I'm like, man, this nigga can hold a real conversation. Like, for real, like, it's blowing my mind, because I watched movies on this as a kid years ago when I used to see this shit, and I'm like, what is going on? Then I heard the old dude that created AI talking about, this is not safe because the AI's got their own minds.
So Snoop is going off there, and he's not the only person that I done heard say this over the years, man. I remember there was a tweet by Nipsey Hussle back in like 2017 or 18 breaking down the money that you get for streaming. R.I.P. to Nip, man. What you guys think about Marathon Burger on the way? That's gonna be lit. I wonder if it'll succeed and become a big franchise. The marathon continues, but back to Snoop. I have heard a lot of artists say this, that some of these streaming platforms ain't paying like they're supposedly weighing, and I don't know. Spotify is who he's going at it with here, and they're taking some shots at Snoop, man. So check it out. Snoop is now rich rolling with Tune.fm. Apparently this is a streaming platform, and Snoop is striking a deal with them, like, exclusively. And if you remember, Snoop bought Death Row Records. There was like some kind of ish going on with the rights to a lot of songs where they weren't up on streaming platforms and everything with the Death Row catalog. Reggie Wright Jr. insists Snoop doesn't fully own the Death Row name. What I want to know is why he ain't really done nothing with it, man. When he was talking about on $1 million worth of game, how he was gonna buy Death Row, he was in the process of trying to work it out, how he would use it to just jump off all kinds of talent on the come up out on the West Coast. And since he's had the label, man, all he did was give out some bunk ass change. Like, let's keep it a buck, man. The chains are cool and all that, but they ain't really real. And he gave one to fucking everyone, you know what I mean? One Buster went off really thinking he was signed to Death Row over and over again, like the goofy rat that he is. Music's top streamer is telling us the DOGG may want to audit his operation at Spotify, right? A spokesperson that in regards to this rant, they said, quote, "We can't speak to endorsement deals for Web3 companies. 45K for 1 billion streams? Question mark. It's well documented that 1 billion streams on Spotify generates millions of dollars to rights holders. It's unfortunate to hear that Spotify's payments didn't make it through to Snoop." So they're kind of taking some shots like at Snoop. They're either being like, yo, you're lying, or someone was beating you in the head. You know what I mean? Check the books, audit your income, you know, file the money, because you were supposed to get more than that. But then listen how they go on. They say Snoop's a legend, and hopefully now that he owns Death Row Records, he's seeing more of that money, you know. So they're like, man, now you got your weight up a little bit after all these years in the game. Maybe you'll really get paid like you're supposed to, you know. But anyways, as far as this whole beef going on, this Tune.fm, Snoop and this guy, what's his name? Andrew Antar. He's the owner and founder, and they launched some kind of partnership, and he's gonna move the catalog over to Tune.fm exclusively. So I don't know if that's only gonna be Snoop's music or it's gonna be Death Row's. I don't think it is, man. Like I said, there's been some ish in regards to the Death Row catalog. And like I said, they're saying it's probably going to be exclusive. And he dropped some kind of track to announce this, and it's not on Spotify. So I don't know. It's like Spotify is heated about this, and they're like, oh, okay, you know, you want to fuck with the competition, and you want to shit on us. Although it's not like he called them out specifically, he was just talking about streaming in general. Or did he say Spotify? He might have, actually. But yeah, that was December 2023 when that went down, so like a year and a half. But they're saying they paid the bread, it just didn't make its way to Snoop. And that's what happens a lot of time with artists in general, or just a lot of people in business, man. When they find out after so long that they were getting robbed, people were cracking their budget open and spending it and everything, like, ish gets ugly. We've seen it time and time again. But you would have think that Snoop, being in the game so long, would have already been up on all that, man. Or maybe Spotify's just full of ish, because I have heard artists, but maybe they were getting beat in the head too. I don't know, you know, what exactly is the Spotify formula. They didn't make it clear through this press release or anything, but they're saying millions come from billions of streams. But I don't know, Snoop taking his talents to Tune.fm. This could be huge for that platform, you know what I mean? Like an exclusive deal with Snoop, who, as I point out all the time, man, grandmas in Poland who never listen to rap know who Snoop Dogg is. People in Timbuktu know who Snoop Dogg is. You know what I'm saying? He's like one of the most famous, not just rappers, celebrities in many ways, but rappers, like, most definitely. You know, he's mixed and mingled with so many different worlds, from Martha Stewart to the Insane Clown Posse, the pro wrestling, the list goes on and on. Snoop knows how to collab and, you know, get his name out there and network. They say your net worth is your network, and Snoop has a mean network game. So there you have it, Spotify taking shots at the DOGG, saying maybe now that you're the boss, that money will get to you. But the way it's looking. He's talking about doing what's looking like to be an exclusive deal with Tune.fm. I'm gonna have to check that app out. I fuck with Spotify from time to time for podcasts, music, and stuff like that. But I don't know. He's siding with the competition.